Hello everyone, this is GM Var Akobian with 1000 GM, and we're going to be doing the recap video of the round number 1 of the 2022 US Women's Championship. We have 14 participants in this tournament, and the round 1 matchups we had, I'll give you the names of all the players. And Anna Zatonsky played Jennifer Yu. Jennifer Yu won. Abrahamian Irina Krush draw. Sabina Foysher drew against Nazi Pakidze. Megan Lee defeated Rochelle Wu. Ashrita Esforan lost against Alice Lee, and that's our highlight game. We have Begim Tokarjanova against Mori Suzuki. Begim won, and Cervantes drew against Yan Ruyang. Okay? All right, let's take a look at this game that I mentioned to you. Esforan playing with the white pieces against Alice Lee. C4, C6. We have intention to play the English, but we have C6 played. D5. E3, knight f6. So trying to get into the Slav or semi-Slav, but white is delaying. White is delaying the move d4, keeping that diagonal open. Queen c2. Rook g1. And the point of rook g1 is to try to create a g4, g5 attack. So, you know, e5 is a very logical response here, but in that case, you're going to have to deal with some ideas like knight b5, bishop b8, rook c1, some knight c7 ideas, okay? So it's a complicated position. So he plays rook e8, g4. Trying to get the g5 when I saw. I'm not sure about this rook e8 because I think Alice played a little bit passively. Now g5. And this is very, very strong now for white because white has good space on the king side and also has good control of the center. A6, H5. And that's an inaccuracy. The better is just to play D4 in this position to obtain the control of the center. And let's say Queen E7. And now simply you continue with your pawn. But it's important to get the control of the center, okay? Queen e7. So h5, b5. The point is, if you play the move d4, and then, for example, if you play d4, and let's say he plays the move b5, that gives you the option to play the move c5 and lock everything up. And once you lock everything up, this is going to be much easier for you to attack on the king side because the center is not really, I mean, you can play e5, but this is not going to be that great because let's say you take, I can go on d4, you can attack this, and you have the f4 idea. So you're going to be doing really well overall here. Okay, so white is just better. So that's why d4 was as an important move here to play for Ashrita. Queen e7 is played, and now we see the move. Yeah, actually, Queen if d4 was played, but d4 actually was never played, so we have the move h5. And now bishop d3. Not sure about this move. I think white should probably try to play d3 himself, just to try to control the center, and then to go castle. But he played bishop d3, bishop b7, and this is a blunder. Okay, you know, bishop b7 is a blunder, and here. The better move here, white is still a little bit better, but okay, rook a7 is probably the best move here to keep, you know, some defense like that, lateral defense. But here, actually, Ashrita missed a chance. She played g6, but here there was a very, very nice idea here for white here. So I want to pause here. I want you to pause the video here and think a little bit, guys. How can white win this game? Okay. This is really a remarkable idea that Ashrita had, but she simply missed it. So let's pause here for a few seconds. All right, and now let's see, guys. The idea here is very, very interesting. Sacrifice the bishop, takes back, knight takes b5, attacking the bishop. Now trying to take the bishop, takes g6, opening up the position, okay? And the point is takes queen g6 and queen g7 mate. So you don't have ways See, whatever you do, you're actually going to get mated at the very, very end. Okay? So if you take g6, you just gain mate. So knight df8, knight takes d6, queen takes d6, and the attack is just so strong. 95, and now threatening to play g6. Bishop c3, and now g6 is coming to just simply open up the position. Yeah, this would be a fantastic idea. Sacrifice the bishop on h7, and then it's very, very important to sacrifice the knight to opening up the dark square bishop on g7. Okay, to open that up, very, very important. Okay, takes h6. And now, actually, yeah, this g6 didn't quite work that well, you know, because now Alice is just playing very precisely. Once Ashrita didn't take advantage of that moment where she had a sacrifice, things become very, very nice. Knight f7, attacking the queen. Bishop g6. Again, you cannot take here because the queen g6 is going to land with just a mate next move. So, but here you can just go king e7. Bishop e8. Queen takes 8. Another option is to play king takes e8. Takes, queen h4, activating the queen and putting pressure. So takes, rook g7, king d8, queen a4, activating here. But the question here is if white can really get some counterplay here. I think she can, but instead of playing queen a4, maybe take first. And has an idea like this, bishop a3, very complicated computer idea. Take, and now we're attacking this and attacking this. We are going to be winning some material here. And h6 hanging, so it's just going to be an advantage. Still an advantage for black, no questions there. h5, but yeah, at least it's still complicated. So Ashrita actually played queen a4. Which allow queen takes h5. Now c takes d5, e takes d5. And the problem now we see here, the white king is simply stuck. Cannot castle to the long side, cannot connect the rook, so it's just totally stuck at the moment. Rook b1 was again the best move here, but he played check, king e8, and now the last mistake of the game. So the best move here, he played bishop a3, which it's just going to be losing. But perhaps in this position, d4 could be played to keep things locked up, because you want to make sure that this light square bishop doesn't come into the game, because if this bishop lands on f3, this king is just going to get mated. So that's the problem. So he goes here, bishop a3, rook b1, d4. Fantastic move, d4, opening up. It seems like the bishop is under attack, and white is gaining some initiative. But d4 is a very nice way, because now you're defending it, because it takes. Check. Thank you very much. Okay. So that's the problem. You can't actually take the bishop here. So I played here. Check. King d3. And now the knight is guarding the rook, so the king is overworked, guarding the e4 square and b1. So he played check. Takes. Check. C takes d5. Check. 96 check. 96 is forking the king and the rook. King e3. Bishop f4 check. Now attacking the king, and the king is just running out of squares, so I have to go here. If you go to e2, you're simply losing the knight on e4, so that's not going to work very well. Check. Queen takes e4. I mean, fantastic play, tactical play. By the way, Alice is only 12 years old. Okay, so she's just showing tremendous play here, lots of maturity. And take the rook. I mean, at the moment, it's just resignable. One more move, kind of a spike mate idea. If, you know, black loses concentration, plays a weird move like this, gets mated, you know. But here we have queen f3 check. After queen c6, the exchange of the queens will occur. And as you can see, there's ton of extra material for black. And here Ashrita Eswaran resigned, and very crazy game, dynamic game here. Again, once again, I want to point out the moment where Ashrita missed the win here with the fantastic bishop takes h7, takes back, knight b5 counter sack, you take back, and g6, opening up the Doxel bishop and simply giving mate. This would have been a fantastic way to win the game. But yeah, that did not happen, and after that, just the game completely turned around. And Alice played really well, you know, really well. Still under some pressure, but she managed to walk away with a king, escape, and then consolidate. And when her time came, her opportunities arrived. After bishop a3, she did not miss it here. You know, it's still not easy. There are ways you can mess this up, you know, but she just found that important move d4, opening up the Lasko bishop and getting the advantage. So good start for the 12-year-old. And again, a lot of decisive games we have in the first round of the U.S. Women's Championship. It's a very long tournament, 14 players, like in an open section, 14 players, round robin, 13 games. It's a long distance. And, you know, some very sharp players we have in this event. So let's see who is going to prevail. We have Irina Krush, the 8-time U.S. champion. We have Jennifer Yu, a 1-time U.S. champion. Anna Zatonsky won the tournament, I believe, 3 times. So we have a lot of mixture, the strong veteran players against some very young players like Alice Lee. And, you know, she shows at that age that she can compete against these experienced players and get important wins. All right. This concludes the recap number 1 for the U.S. Women's Championship, guys. And we'll be back with the more recap videos from this event. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure you subscribe to 1000 GM YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.